Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kleinhau. Hoping I'd be done this before it was time to stream, but as I continued on mowing, I realized that no way, I'm not going to get done what I wanted to get done before streaming time. So here we are, mowing yet again. Do have every intention to do something completely different later in the video, that's for sure. Hey, GoldenEye, Lewis, Von Hash, and no such person. How's everybody doing today? Well, you know, GoldenEye, what do they say? You gotta make hay while the sun is shining. I should say that includes making silage bales. Show you the stash of hay bales we got off of last stream's efforts. Hey Lewis, thanks for that. But I promise you, once we get these baled up and wrapped, we're going to go have some fun. We're going to go fertilize contract fields. Get to see the map in a little more detail, a little more of the map. But we're going to need hay bales, we're going to need the silage bales. Now is a perfect opportunity to do that. Go take a look and see how many bales we got off of that hayfield across the street. This stack is full, 168 bales there. And then we have 40 bales here. This stack is full of silage bales. I have 96 silage bales here. And I went ahead and emptied this stack and put over here. Now that they're all fermented, so we're going to be putting in the wrapped grass bales here. Ferment, eating out of this stack right here. Hey, Raznik, what's up? But before we do anything else, I have a building to put down. This came out last week in the Giants Mod Hub. Right here, Farm Products Sheds. I'll put down this one. We need to store our unused seed and fertilizer. Thanks for the sub or super chat. Sam plays different games. And I think I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it right there. Boom! We did it. We did it. Dora the Explorer. We did it. Put position. Oh, look at that fanciness. See here, let's do some moving around. Farm sim posters? I got some. I got some farm sim posters that came with the It came with the, what is it? The collector's edition? Box set. So I was really glad to see this building get released. Now I have a place to put my leftover lime. And I got some seed around here somewhere. Fertilizer. We're going to make use of that. I had some seed. Alright, well, at any rate. Hold 30 seed pallets, 30 lime pallets, and 30 fertilizer in that there building. Nice. Hey Lenny, what's up? Sorry, the camera went a little crazy there. Oh, there we go. A little difficult with the camera controls there. Hey Paul, my weekend's been pretty good. Not too terrible bad. Like I said, I honestly thought I was going to have all this done before the stream started. But I guess I underestimated how long it was going to take to get that mowed. Hopefully we'll get this baled fairly quick. Hopefully. Oh, glad. Hope you're having fun with Farmers of Fortune. They keep, they run their servers for a few years at a time. I don't know what map they're on at the moment. What do you do, Lewis? You're you're working downtown for the protest. I think last time we did this field, we got maybe 50 some silage bales, possibly. So I don't think that was at full growth, so I'm hoping we're going to get a bit more than that. What are people still protesting? If you hadn't figured it out, I watch zero news. And you know what? I am extremely happy for that. Hopefully this won't take too terribly long since we're using the rake here. Effectively cut our drive time on the field half. This would have been an interesting mod to have had on the Pros versus Joe server. Trying to figure out how do you pronounce that? Anastios. Welcome to the stream. Hope your Monday morning is doing well. 3 a.m. Are you somebody that works night shift, or are you just not able to sleep? This thing makes some big turns set up, so I want some big grass fields for that to go. Zoom out and see this whole operation. I'm sure this would work a little bit better with a different baler. Baler is kind of a long operation. We'll start our up and downs, up and downs. Oh, it is a long set, isn't it? The baler makes baler's just as long as the rake. There we go. Now we'll start it back. Oh, okay. We'll be losing a little bit on our turns, but it's okay. Oh, I'm glad I could have put you to sleep. This channel's known for putting these insomniacs to sleep. Definitely not high energy overhype. Just chill. It's relaxing until you watch some other people do it, and then you're like, oh my gosh, how are you so wound up? All right, later. Thanks for dropping by. It doesn't like to grab some of the hay on, or some of the grass on downslopes. So how is the gamer cave coming along? I saw the pictures. Is it a bit of an echo chamber down there? That would be my concern, is it's a little bit too much of an echo chamber. I know when we moved the gaming setup upstairs to where I'm at now, after we took the all the stuff out that was the bedroom, it was a rather loud little room, because it had hardwood floor, 4 hard walls, a hard ceiling, and a closet, which itself was an echo chamber for sure. One and two. So I got a near wall-to-wall rug put in, and that helped a fair bit. And then on the big wall, I found these big 2 foot by 2 foot sound panels. Came in a kit of 6. Made a big mural. And the mural's basically a kind of a world globe. And I put that up on that wall, which covers about 80% of the wall above the desk. And then the gaming setup is actually, half of it is in the closet. The other half is in the main room. So I lined the closet with 1 foot square sound panels. To cut the sound down between this room and our youngest's room, which is next door. And 2, when I was sitting here and talking, projecting, I could hear it bounce off the closet wall. So that helped a lot. So I mentioned in a video that's going to be coming out in about a week or so, I think the next series I do, not sure when that'll be, but I think the next series I do, I'm going to try to do it all from first-person perspective. So know this, all this, and we're going to see how that works. Should prove a fair challenge, I think. Be interested to see how that all works out. I think the side panel joystick and side panel itself would help that out a fair bit. Make it a lot easier to look around and such. Hey, GB Modding, what's up? Face cam. What is it with everybody wanting to show their face? So I did a community post a while back of a guy, I think in Brazil, that put out a video on Farm Sim and VR. Basically involved buying a VR driver piece of software that somehow basically intercepts the graphics signal from the graphics card and does some fancy stuff with it. Oh, thanks for dropping by, GB Modding. I'll say it's been a while since saw you here in the stream. Now this section of the field is going to be a little more difficult because it's a bunch of turning. Oh, Sidewinder, I think you're making a good decision. Big dreams. Costumes, like you're gonna play games as Captain Crunch. It's a selfish pursuit, eh? What kind of mods do you think are going to come out this week? Be big news? Any word on some interesting mods being sent off to Giants or planned to be released elsewhere? Sidewinder, I personally do, yes. Pretty much stopped looking for mods elsewhere. Bit tired of the mod rat race myself. And quite frankly, 90% of the mods that are elsewhere have just been ripped off the Giants Mod Hub anyway. Trying to find mods and track down mods on Facebook can be a fatal and frustrating affair. Seems like the trend nowadays is to put mod releases behind closed groups you have to be members of. Probably because too many people are too prone to share mods that they don't rightly have the permission to share. Folks want to lock mods away in groups, feel that somehow that is protecting their interests. Then players have a difficult time joining the group. Turn out to be more of a fan club. Provide criticism on something, then it's like you're kicked out of the group. Hey, Ohio Bryce, welcome. In a while. 440 Turbo Combine. Where's that supposed to come out? Is that Mod Hub or is that a Facebook thing? Hey, David, what's up? Like, what maps? What maps are not on the Mod Hub that are better? I'm not arguing. I just want to continue the discussion. Not that the Mod Hub is the end-all be-all of mods for sure, but it is a place to support modders because Giants does provide a bit of monetary kickback to mods that are posted on the Mod Hub, and as a result, getting Mod Hub mods from places other than the Mod Hub basically take that revenue stream away from the modder. Very oftentimes, those other sites do not keep any sort of versioning going on. So when a mod gets updated on the Mod Hub, old version is still out there on those other rogue sites. People are still downloading the rogue version. And quite frankly, the other version probably doesn't work very good. That's why it got updated. I'm going to try to pick up this little band of grass and then we'll call the rest good enough. And I think to one degree, I wish more players paid attention to their game log. Because I'll see folks comment about how great certain maps are, how, quote, error-free they are. And I have to stop and think to myself, it's like, are they seriously talking about the same map that I know of? Because when I looked at a given map, its log was just riddled with issues and errors. Like, if you're thinking that map, just, I'm not naming any maps, but seen it time and time again. If you're thinking that particular map is error-free, then not looking that hard for error, you know. It might be error-free when the map loads and you look at this. But that doesn't mean much. I'm gonna drop all this kit off here. Not saying that maps released outside the Mod Hub are full of errors. That's not the case. These wrapped up real fast. How many bales did we make? 69 bales, baby. All right. So I think one deal with a lot of American mappers is they don't want to deal with the mod hub. They don't want to deal with giants. And I get that. I understand it. Giants mod hub can be a great host of frustration, especially when there is a language barrier. So it was like the two map videos I put out this weekend. They were both on maps that are not on the mod hub. I think if they were a bit more fleshed out. Hey, Goof Dude, what's up? If they were a bit more fleshed out, they would be really, really nice. Nice. Hat is what? Is that question? Hat is that? What is that? That's what? Wrapper? Tractor? So yeah, I mean, that's why I asked Snake Man. I was like, you say these are finished, right? I mean, the website says they're work in progress, but you're saying they're done. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they had a livestock dealer and obviously fuel stations scattered around the map. Some really nice, big, industrial-looking grain elevators or sell points. Farms, ancillary farms were built as if they were all playable and usable with buildings. And that would be great. Yeah, this wrapper is right here. That's the wrapper I'm using. Nothing fancy, just picked the pink. Picked a hot pink foil color. It was part of the Coon DLC in 17. And is now standard equipment in 19. The maps are functional. They let you do the basics of buy equipment, buy land, feed, work the land, harvest, sell. Yeah, I like over-the-top colors. So I went with hot pink. And then the tractor is from the Giants Mod Hub. I don't know if it's console or PC. Rick, in the under the main menu under options, go into controllers, and you should be able to toggle over to your wheel, and then get rid of the dead zone on all the axes. So I think the default is something silly like 12% dead zone. I typically run 1 or 2% dead zone. Reason I don't dial dead zone out totally is that it's hard to be, you know, right exact straight. And if I had a 0% dead zone, I found myself that I would have a hard time getting the wheel lined up so it wouldn't drift ever so slightly to the left or the right. I dialed just a little dead zone in. Yeah, all that slop is really, really hard. Oh, I don't have any problem saying coon sidewinder. I know there's some that have had issues. And if it does come up, I'll just argue it with them like I argue everything else that ever comes up. I say it's not my fault. I'm simply stating the name of a brand of machinery. I mean, I personally think John Deere is a foul word, but you'll hear me censoring anybody when they say it. I mean, it's not like back in 17 where I got hit with copyright infringement multiple times on a map that had sounds of seagulls, because there was a recording artist and recording company that kept flagging my videos as infringing on this recording artist's music, dare I say music, because it had sounds of nature. And I duly informed YouTube and their lawyers that this recording artist could in no way copyright seagulls. And, well, I won all 5 or 6 of those claims. after the mandatory 30-day waiting period. Yep, every time I was either down at the dock or at the lighthouse and I didn't have enough other noise going on and the seagulls were doing their seagull thing, I would basically get flagged that the video was I couldn't monetize the video because portions of the video had been claimed by a copyright holder as far as being in violation. So, first time it happened, I was like, what? So they tell you, they're like, the portion of the video that was flagged was this timestamp to this timestamp. Go and listen to it. And I'm like, all I hear are birds. So then it lists the song and the artist. I go out on the interwebs and I try to find it, which it was near impossible to find because, you know, it was such a popular artist. So I eventually find the song and I hear it. And indeed, there's a section of this song where they play a clip of seagull mute sounds. So I took a little inspiration from the Bee movie and basically said that they could not copyright sounds of nature, and if anything, the seagulls could probably claim prior art on their own sounds and probably could countersue should a lawyer wish to pick it up and countersue the recording artist and recording company on supposedly copy protecting their own speech. Because if you remember from the Bee movie, how they basically went to court, people using their honey without permission. So all I can say to some aspiring YouTube creators out there, if you go through and you get a flag from YouTube on something and you feel that you're in the right, make your case. Don't just roll over and take it. State your case. Why do you feel that you are in the right? Why do you feel their automated algorithm that they use to try to flag these things was wrong? Worst that can happen is the infringement is upheld and your video is not monetizable. Best thing that could happen is you get your 4 or 5 cents back. Hey Keegan, what's up? GoldenEye, I think they actually settled out of court. So, nothing really came to it. We get done wrapping these bales. We're going to take and do some FERT contracts. 72, 42, 72, 42. 567. Yeah, let's do these over here. Go ahead and grab that one. Grab 60. Ah, great. Great to hear, Rick. Glad we could help you out. Well, if the game company explicitly gives you permission, I'd like to see the government try to defy and disrespect the copyright holder. At that point, I think the copyright holder could, in international law, take said government to court in the country that said company is incorporated. So we're gonna just leave these on the ground. I'll come by and pick them up later. It would be nice if we had a mod where I had to buy wrap. Wrap was a consumable. Got the mod. Have it installed. We have the mod where we have twine. Have it installed. We have the mod where we have twine and net wrap. That's added to regular balers. Nice if we could have wrap. That is a consumable. Oh, definitely. I mean, look at the game Among Us, right? So that thing is ridiculous. $4.99, $5.99. It would have had pretty small following, but content creators get it out there, put some videos out there, and then next thing you know, it's selling millions of copies. I mean, how many people in chat before a game comes out, before you go out and buy a game, you go on YouTube and you start looking around for people playing it, or what type of content's out there about it, right? I mean, nobody would probably give a junk about Fortnite if it wasn't one, free, and two, therefore easy and cheap money for thousands of content creators to just put content out on a free game. You know, you see an older game on sale, and you think, oh, that's interesting. You might be interested in buying it. Probably go out and look and see what's all about it. I mean, you can only knock it so bad, but you gotta admit that is one of the reasons why we get a free game every week from Epic. They are rolling in mad Fortnite money. I mean, they also have the Unreal Game Engine, which is its own cash cow. So Epic has always been set up for high profit. And with some of the license changes that they have made around the Unreal Engine, they make it even more enticing to game developers in that they basically make the Unreal Engine free to any and all game developers until you make your first $1 million in revenue. And then once you make your first $1 million in revenue, then you enter into a revenue sharing licensing agreement where you share a portion of your revenue. I don't know what percent it is. It's a 5%, 10% or something. Based on sales, you then license that engine. So they get all the indie developers that are already strapped for cash, trying to make ends meet to get their game. And then if they do have, you know, that Among Us or whatever the other, you know, big indie title hit is, then they can get it there. Hey Mitch, thanks for the sub. Donna, that's right, we have hot pink silage bales. So it's a great licensing scheme. You know, why would I want to go out and license, like, let's say, so like SnowRunner. SnowRunner uses the Havoc engine. I have no idea what it costs to license the Havoc engine. But you know, Saber and whoever else is doing SnowRunner, they had to license the Havoc engine from Microsoft. That is a, you know, that's a sunk cost. Game ever, you know, is a hit or not, that's a sunk cost. I was watching, we went to play some Minecraft Dungeons today. Kid on his Switch. And I noticed that's Unreal Engine. So that's an example of a kind of an indie title. So what's on the uptick, Raz, if Fortnite's on the downslide? Rick, another advice is to go into the same controller options and set your mouse to 200%. At least that's what I do. If you're a person who uses the mouse to do like wheel loader controls, you might find that's a lot easier. I was just asking what was on the uptick. Fortnite's on the downtick. You know, like PUBG was something that was popular there for a while. Seems like all those battle royale shooter games are the biggest draw. I know simulation games like this and others are kind of niche and don't draw big audiences. Oh, just 4 more to go. 5 more bales. Yeah. So yeah, I'd be curious, Rick, if that helps you at all. I personally use a trackball for Farm Sim because I can find that I can flick the thumb and move the thumb up and down, left and right. What's Rust? Is Rust another... Is that one of those survival shooter things? Hey Daniel, what's up? All right, let's get to fertilizing. Only took me an hour to finish the baling and wrapping. Glad I got started early. And just because I want to, we're going to use the big boy. Oh, well, glad I could help you there too. Oh, we better fuel up. Oh, well, CSGO is, of course. Dota 2 is free. That makes sense. Southern Truck, what's up? Well, I'm not following your other comments there, Southern Trucks. You have to sync with system. Sync with what? So this should pull this big heavy load of fertilizer quite nicely. Come on out. Nice view of the map. There's 3 of our fields coming along quite nice. We're heading to some fields over there in the right past those houses. Oh, okay. Now I see the console controller question. I know folks use the Xbox controller. You might need to get a USB connector for that, or your computer does. I don't know if it's the Xbox controller use Bluetooth or something else. Am I going the right way? 7. Yeah, we're on the right way. Johnny V, what's up? So I had gotten a Xbox controller a while back, a couple years ago when I was traveling, and it had a big, long USB dongle on it. But to be honest, I'm not a console guy. I can't do controller. Too many buttons. Like we're going to be doing some fert on some sunflowers. There we go. Look, we're driving above them. Well, ignore the fact that we would be running them down. It's never too late when they let you do it. And we're doing this just to get a different different view of the map. Spent so much time over at the farm. Big 4X map. Why not explore it, see it from a couple different angles? I don't own this field. You never destroy crop on fields you don't own. I understand that, Johnny B. Understand that. I found the Xbox controller. My hands would go numb after a little bit of holding it. I don't seem to have that problem with the kids' Switch Pro controller. Interesting enough. There's something about how the, I guess, the wrist angle for me on the Xbox controller was just cutting off circulation or pinching a nerve or something. That is kind of an interesting area back there. I'll check that out when we get back. This is just a live series play. Released on the Mod Hub just before Christmas break. We've been doing live streams on it since the end of last year. I do wish the map had better distance scenery. I mean, it's the same distance image that it had in 17, and that's so many things from 17. For 15, it's getting pretty long in the tooth. I think there's some of these buildings I think have the wrong shader on them, which I'm surprised it got through quality Giants testing because they're a bit dark. From what I understand, that is due to the shader. This one here. Shouldn't be that dark. It should look like that. Probably got the wrong shader on it. Should look like that. 6, 7. What else we got? 9, 59, 54. Let's see. Do we have any down here in the 80s? 85. We'll do that. Accepted. Yeah, you might have to check the key bindings. It might not be what you want. I think there might be some default key bindings for like the Xbox controller. Kind of depends on if it maybe picks it up. We just got some junk, some debris. Like this used to be a house or a building and isn't anymore. These are... This is all forest. Everything this color is forest. Everything this color is grass. They're basically meadows, if you will. But yeah, you could plow up the meadows and plant whatever you want. So it's a 4X map. And that's why I said using the opportunity next 40 minutes to do contracts just for the purpose of seeing the map, showing the map off. And this map is modeled after a real place in Germany called Kleinhau. Well, there's different cities, towns. Kleinhau is here. And then, yeah, this place up here. And then this Hergenwald down here. And then the forest here is basically the Hergenwald forest. And there was pretty big fighting in the Hergenwald forest in World War II between the Germans and Americans. So there is a link in the description to an interesting documentary that outlines basically the fighting went on in this area during World War II, as well as basically the repercussions of that fighting that are often still felt today in this general area. GTX, what's up? I want to thank you for that placeable shed. Storage shed. Put that down on the map. Start of the stream. Getting quite the collection of fertilizer and lime pallets. So yeah, if we look back, so there is just a mere portion of the forest off in the distance there. We don't use bots. Pretty much all the mods on this playthrough are over at the Giants Mod Hub. Super secret. Somebody's got a super secret shed. They do look, they do look nice. Saw the trigger where you can bring the ingest trigger in and out. I thought that was pretty cool. The one thing that I do have a problem with sometimes with those bale stacks is accidentally knocking a bale back into the trigger. I like that you can either have the trigger outside the building or you can tuck it away inside the building. A little bit harder to accidentally put a pallet back into storage that you don't want it into storage. Well, I was thinking maybe that the dark sheds were a or something that Giants tests because of the map Slovak Village. It got kicked back when it was trying to go for the mod hub because it was using shaders from 17 buildings. 17 shaders. So I thought maybe that was it. That's a completely different issue. Specular, as you say. All those fancy graphic terms. Oh, thanks for the shares. That. I was thinking just if it was possible to do a sort of a delay. Like if you just ejected some bales, maybe the ingest trigger doesn't work for 30 seconds to a minute or something. But yeah, you know, dropping the trigger, like putting it below the ground. That would work too. So let's see here. 70s, 30s, 20s. Teens. That one. Six. Oh, it's over there. You definitely can't call this map flat. Nothing I play ever has global company in it. And you could put it in if you wanted. Nothing built in. And the only thing keeping this off of console is that it's 4X. Johnny V, I don't play with mods of mod authors that I feel are disrespectful towards the community. Why we also won't play with any mods from any of the modders that were recently banned and then reinstated from the mod hub. Their attempted use of cracked 3D tracks from the Giants DLC. All it shows is blatant disregard for the parent company for which they are making their own creations. While Giants might have a forgiving heart, that ain't happening on my watch. Now, the fact that most of those modders focus on John Deere mods, still no skin off my back, right? All right, let's go do 8. That is way up here, the other side of Kleinhau. Check out that side of the map. Hey, Austin Beginner, King of the Team World. Oh my, that is a heck of a name. Drive through town, maybe catch the circus. It's far more than it's worth going into here, but let's just say they have time and time again demonstrated a gross disrespect for fellow modders within the farm sim community. I mean, I could probably rant on it for the next 30 minutes, but I'm not going to do it. If I want to come and stay for the circus, the circus is in town. Well, I've ranted on it a few times myself, but well, I mean, you have a license. It's like a national right. Right? Oh, the traffic does have different speed settings because that car just took off. All right, what field are we going to over here? 28. Oh, it's right here. Hey, John, what's up? Did I not accept that contract? Oh, you little... I just saw 28. Pay attention. Oh, that's okay. We'll go do 38. 4. Sewing. 15 is sewing. 13 is fertilizing. Oh, you like the national right to rant? Gonna go off-roading. Off-roading. Now, the 17 version of this map, it had silage bunkers scattered around various places. This one doesn't have that. Kind of wish it did. Ton of grass. Ton of opportunity to make silage. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way, one way. Here's some more of that forest. Northern side. And field 13. The map has 4 different sawmill areas for selling logs. All right, later, Johnny V. Thanks for dropping by. I'll stream for about another 20 minutes. We will be done ourselves. I mean, this side of the map would be a nice little area to set up a farm if you could find a flat spot. I did see, I think, in town a little bit of an area, the shed, but man, that is. I think we got the horsepower. Really get the feeling that forest was cleared out for the purpose of making farmland. Because the forest is steep. Pretty mountainous as far as the inclines go. Eight. That. Oh, right here. Oh, on the other side of the sawmill. Okay. Sawmill's right here. We'll just cut through this big grass area. Oh, suicidal traffic. Take you out every time. I was hoping it was going to give it to me. Let's see here. 68, 57. 7 is back down here. 2. There. One. All right, so let's go to 40. Back on our way towards the farm. A little big tractor for these roads, don't you think? We could take the off-road. Could take back roads back into there. Let's do that. Massive forest just over that ridge. I think like 70,000 trees or something on the map. Maybe 80,000 trees. If you're into forestry, there'd be plenty to keep you busy. Snap to train angles off. Good. Whoops. Oh look, there's our pink bales. Some of the forest is, see, continuing on over there. Across that ridge. That's just a mere section. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out what we would stream and what we would do on today's video. Since it is midsummer, there really isn't any crop to bring in. Should hopefully have our wheat ready to come in late summer, because it is in its final growth state. Our wheat's right here. So hopefully on Tuesday we'll be harvesting wheat. That'll be nice. We're not running super low on straw because, well, something happened and our animal areas don't take straw anymore. Know why? Pigs used to take straw. Building used to take straw. Not anymore. So really, we don't have a use for straw other than making mixed rations at this point. Back there you can see our wheat fields right there to our left. Our farm is on the other side of that tree line. See where our farm is? Right there in the middle of the map, basically. So yeah, Southern Trucka. If you like big maps, and you cannot lie, then you might just like Kleinhau. Give it a try. It's downloadable over at the Giants Mod Hub. Now the starting farm on New Farmer is over here. And this is the land you start out with on New Farmer. Might start with this field too. Yeah, you start with this. That's what you start out with on New Farmer. We just basically bought this and built out our own farm. So we kind of did our own thing because I wanted to do animals, and there really isn't a lot of flat land over there. So if you go back and check the playlist, first 2 streams was building the farm, and then we started doing the farming. See the map edge way off in the distance over there. Almost done. Glad we got the big spreader. And you probably could have made a little farm right there. A couple other kind of flat spots scattered around. Of course, you can obviously flatten out whatever you want. Oops. We're going to be going for about another 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to call it for the night. Uh-oh, why did we... Oh, our clock got bumped up to 15. Take this corner out. And that should be it for this field. There's our sunflowers. Surprised that many sunflower fields were planted on the map. All right, 72. That is back here in the back. Let's do that one. And we'll call it for the night. Hey, Nosley, what's up? Part 1 of seasons on Farm Sim 17. Are you playing 17? Because we've got a extensive seasons series on 19. How is modding for, is that Train Sim or Train Sim World? This way? And this way? Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Again, we're just going to ignore the fact that we're driving in tall corn. But it's not the East Coast USA add-on. I'm like, what? Other East Coasts, of course. So, Nosley, this map is available for Farm Sim 17. Are you on PC or console? Okay, so yeah, this would be a PC map. Yeah, I've got a pretty extensive set of playthroughs for 17 if you just want to check those out. I don't know how many of those maps actually were on console, but they're all posted up in the channel. Also, close to 200 Farm Sim 17 map videos up on the channel. Again, I don't know how many of those ultimately are available on console, but still, find a map on the Giants Mod Hub that you're interested in. You can probably be rest assured it's going to be in that playlist. Okay. Seasons definitely changes the game a fair bit. Yeah, frame counts are kind of hard and really fair because so many variables. Resolution you're at, graphics setting set at, how do you set your distance, view distance. But yeah, 127 is good. Oh, we can see just above the trees. Trees of corn. I don't think Farm Sim is. I don't think it's going to take into account SLI. Listen to that tractor just putter along. Putter along. And this is going to be our last pass. Now, it is interesting, and I noticed on these contracts, since they let you finish the contract early, typically for precision farming, it would just go ahead and blanket the rest of the field in fertilizer. When you notice, when I turn this off, the section that we haven't touched is not being updated on the mini-map. On any minute now. Did I miss it? Oh, there we go. This little corner of the field never got updated. All right, let's head on back to the farm. We'll cut through the forest a little bit. River's the road. Like I said, these are they're not forgiving hills. There, this should drop us out over by the little park and ride area. Yep. Go over here. There is the tree count for the map. 40,000 pine trees, 11,500 birch, 7,000 maple. This is a Google Earth image of the real area. We can compare that to PDA. Pretty good representation of the fields and the forest. That's the start farm on new farmer mode. There. And then we set up shop here across the street. All right, guys, and with that, we are going to be done for the day. Thank you for coming out and watching. We'll be back here on Kleinhau on Tuesday night. Tomorrow we will have another episode of our Farming in the Alps series over on Erlengrot, hitting the channel. Then Tuesday morning, check out another Snow Runner episode as we continue to march our way through Season 2 update. And until next time, happy farming.